Hi guys, it's Kacee. Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to share with you what I did today. My best friend Shay and I went to our favorite, what we call quote unquote witchy stores, and picked up some supplies that we've been really kind of drooling over, because every once in a while we go and we splurge and we spend some money at our local stores that have some amazing things. These people are so knowledgeable, so friendly. They really have a beautiful selection. We went and saw our friends at Mystic Goddess as well as our new friends at We Rock Rocks. So if you're able to get out into your witchy store, shop local, go off the beaten path, those are the ones that you're going to find some really, really good finds. So today I wanted to kind of restock on some things that I have been using for other people in leaving at their homes for protection, to clear energy, to put balance back into certain situations. And I had to do that for my own house not too long ago. So I took my majority of my crystals and I moved them around my home after I had to do a sage session. And then I had to seal it, as Shay says, and I had to put my crystals out. So I didn't have a lot of crystals that I was working with here in my office where I like to do my readings. So I wanted to replenish some of my stock, and boy, did I find some great pieces. So I'm super excited. So I will try to calm myself down as I explain to you what I purchased today. Today I went kind of crazy, and I just kind of went with the things that called to me, and I didn't really look at some of the new pieces about what they actually represented. I was going with color, feel, vibration. For me, the crystals will get hot, or they will just vibrate an energy that is tingly in the palm of my hand, and those are the ones that I know I want to take home. The ones that don't do anything, they're not for me for today. And so I was just going through them all, and I noticed that after I got home and I looked at them again, I got a lot for protection. I got a lot for cleansing energies. So I got Spirit's message that I really need to, ground myself a lot more, put out these energies of protection, because as I go through my journey, I'm opening myself up to channeling a lot more energies, and I need to protect myself and put out my boundaries. So today we ran across, and I'm telling you, this place, the prices there were crazy good, and I was like a kid in a candy store. So was a lot of other people. This place was amazing. So the first one I want to talk about is the Master Healer, and this is our clear quartz. The clear quartz can represent any other crystal in case you don't happen to have it on hand and you need it for a specific reason. This can take its place. So you don't have to go and get a bunch of different crystals, of course, unless you want to, but the clear quartz will do everyone else's job, and that's really beautiful. It amplifies your energy and your thoughts, so we have to make sure that when we are working with this crystal, we keep our intentions on point, because it's really tuning into our energy. It absorbs, releases, and regulates energy, so it will take away negative energy. It would expel positive energy, similar to the salt crystals. Everybody has the salt lamps now, or the salt candle holders. I actually will put salt in my own candle holders. I will put salt around my home for protection and for clarity and to change the energy. And sometimes, if you ever notice, if somebody come in your house to do work and they have a negative energy, you feel like you need to sage like right away. It's because it's so heavy when they're in there. Putting out some Himalayan salt in a decorative piece will do the trick as well. And putting out something this big and beautiful will also help with that energy shift. I am very drawn to the cut pieces. The polished stones are beautiful, but for some reason, cut pieces are my thing, and this was just gorgeous. Look at this. And this also helps with psychic abilities, your immune system, it balances your body, and it also can harmonize all the chakras, which is good, because if you notice, you have the 7 chakras and they all have a different stone, and you want to make sure that your stones are personalized. So if you are working with a particular chakra and you don't have the stone for that chakra, you can grab any size, because I have small ones to big ones, any size of the clear quartz, and that will work for you as well. We also got this. Look at the size of this guy here. It even has a flat spot so that you can balance it just beautifully. Okay, look at that. That is our selenite, okay? And the selenite, it contains fine vibrations that helps mental clarity. It helps you access your angelic guidance, which you guys know I'm always talking about, bringing in them angels and having that help you. I mean, if you looked around my office right now, you would see that I have angels everywhere. Okay, angels are very important to me. I resonate with them. I feel drawn to them. I ask for their protection. I need to study more on them, of course, but because our paths, you never stop studying, but I really always tell you to let them in with our free will so they can help us out of a jam and help us on our spirit path. This selenite also dispels confusion and allows you to see the bigger picture. It instills a deeper sense of peace and increase your telepathic abilities. It can also cleanse other stones and never needs cleansing itself. So this is a very good piece to have. This was on sale. Shay and I got 2 of these for $7 a piece. There was a sale, 2 for $14, and the lady split it up and let us buy 1 each, because look at the size of this thing. Look at this. This is going to take out some negative energy. I'm telling you, I'm so excited to have it in my collection, and I wanted to share that with you. Now, this is another common one that you'll see around a lot. This is the rose quartz. This is very beautiful. This is semi-polished, but it still has the rough edges. You can see all the beautiful fissures inside of the crystal itself. Look at that. And this was only like $3. You know, you go buy this on the internet and they want like 10 or 12. So this place really had great pieces for very good prices, which is why I spent so much money. So when we talk about the rose quartz, this is one of the heart chakras, okay? This is a love stone. It brings peace. It brings calm into the situation. It helps with your self-love or love for others when they're in need. And it also helps to understand our emotions, and that can help create emotional healing. I was drawn to it because of how pretty and shiny it was. Knowing that the rose quartz is such a powerful tool as well, but I was, I can even stand this guy up. This is how big it is. I mean, this is amazing. I love this. Now, this is our citrine, okay? Look at that. Nice and beautiful, sparkly. I was all into sparkles today. This is considered to attract wealth and abundance. It's also known as the merchant stone, and it also helps with self-esteem and energy. Balance and dissipates negative energy. Now, what I really liked about the new rock place that we found is that they give you little pieces of paper to associate with your stone when you leave. And I love this because I forget a lot of stuff. I'll know it up, down, backwards, and forwards when I'm in the store. And then I get home and I get 3 stones that look similar, and I'm like scratching my head saying, what did I just buy? So this is very, very helpful to when you go into these larger places that have buckets and buckets and buckets of stones. This place was one of the few places that I've run across that actually gives you something to take home. And that was very helpful because I did get some new pieces that I've never seen before. Now, of course, most of us will recognize this tiger's eye, okay? It's semi-polished to a point, and then we have the rough edges right around it. Now, the tiger's eye is a protection stone, okay? For those of you that are not into stones, I have a lot to learn, so if you have anything to add, please, please, please comment. I would love to learn from you as well. The protection stone will help you with your self-confidence, your willpower, and your integrity. which is really important because, you know, in certain situations, your integrity can be questioned, and you want to make sure you're doing things for the right reason, and this will keep you on the right path. I have a bunch of these that are spread out all over my house, and I also carry one with me in my purse. I have one at work. I mean, I have stones everywhere. I'm like one of those crazy stone ladies. Typically, they're very small, you know, people don't really notice them, but you know, this is from my home and this is from my office, and I wanted something large and something that I was really drawn to, and I was really drawn to this piece. The tiger's eye also will give you good luck, prosperity, and it's a great stone to take when you're traveling. Now, you guys seen that I like my amethysts as well. I have a couple of them. Oop, this one was only $6. See, I left the price tag on that one. You can find these at a lot of different stores, but typically these amethysts are very expensive. I mean, I remember getting a really big one somewhere, and of course it was dropped either by myself or one of my kids, and I ended up with two of them. And of course my daughter saw that I had a second one all of a sudden, and she's like, oh, I want one. You know, she was like 8. I'm like, okay, go put it on your windowsill. And she did, and she's a grown woman now, of course, but she is into stones as well, and she has these around her house. Now, when we have the amethyst, this is about cleansing, protection, and inspiration, and especially in our psychic sectors. It helps with our intuition, our spirituality, and it will help with meditation. This also can help calm your mind and spirit and protect you from nightmares or insomnia. So if you guys are suffering from that, from any medical reasons or a spiritual journey, you know, take this. Sometimes you can just put it under your pillow. There's also protection sachets that you can make with herbs for that same thing, that you can put under your pillow when you sleep, and you can put some really good oils in there for aromatherapy as well. But this is a good thing to have around you in your bedroom, on your nightstand, above your bed, if you're having nightmares or you really need some good deep sleep, because this would really help protect you in that. Now, this one is a new one for me. This is called Labradorite. Okay, and I hope I'm saying that right. Again, I picked it because when I picked it up and I saw all the shimmering blues kind of turning to silver, I was like, I had to have it. Okay, look at it. It's just a big chunk of rock. You can see the blues on the back coming through. I was just totally in love with this when I got this, and this was only like $7. I mean, it really wasn't that much. Again, you can buy something like this online, but of course you're paying for the shipping. And I like to hold these and touch these and get the energy from them. Now, this crystal is noted as the most powerful protector of all the mineral kingdom, creating a shielding force throughout the aura and strengthening strengthening natural energies from within. It protects against the negativity and misfortune of this world, strengthens the will and inner strength and convictions, and aids in combating addiction. So if you're trying to quit smoking, guys, you're trying to stop eating carbs or anything else, this is the guy to get. Okay, this is something you want to get a smaller piece and put in your pocket, put it in your car, keep it where you are going to feel it or touch it on your keychain, something that will remind you every day that that's what this stone is about, to help you on your path. And, you know, for the girls of you out there, I suggest highly to put some small stones in your bra when you're having a bad day, or you know you have a big presentation at work. The boys, you can still just put them in your pockets. I do put them in my pockets as well, but then I have a habit of not digging them out, and then in the washing machine they go. So I don't know how many stones have been washed. Typically they're not dried, but a lot have been washed. I'm just going to tell you. So here we have the Malachite, and I was drawn to this one. Look at this polished stone. You can see all the fissures inside of the stone. This one cost me $5. A little pricey for something small, but then it's a trade-off when you get something that big as well for only $7. So the Malachite is believed to be a strong protector of children. It is said to protect the wearer from accidents, protects travelers as well. It can be used to aid in success in business and protect against undesirable business associates. It is also the stone of balance in relationships. And again, I knew it was a Malachite. I grabbed the little ticket, and I've been, dabbling in stones for about 20 years, but I don't memorize them all. And it's really hard for me to do that. So I like the little notes, but again, I was more on going with being drawn to these pieces, feeling them, getting their energies, because that was really important for me for today. Now this one is new to me as well in regards to having the fluorite genius stone. I must hold this because I can't speak. It is said to absorb and neutralize negative vibrations, increases concentration, focus, and retention of knowledge, help in decision making, and it also fortifies bones, improvements in arthritic and joint ailments, enhances spiritual and energy work, and focuses the will and balances the psyche. So yes, this is something that I definitely need to have when I read for you guys so that I can focus and channel better and get those messages to you. Love that. And I did not know that when I picked it up, just so we are all aware that I was just kind of winging these things. Now look at this piece here. Resembles this one, but it has a lot of pits. It's very, very rough, but look at the blue in there. I was very attracted to blue today. And this is the Canaanite. And it's a mineral, I'm sorry, I can't see the words. Okay, and it's a mineral that brings in calming and tranquilizing energy to the body. It clears and calms you in preparation for meditations, and it can restore your Kai to the physical body and balance your yin and yang energies. Yes, yes, yes. Balance, balance, balance. As a Libra, I cannot get enough balance. So this is something that I'm really going to enjoy during my meditation. This little guy, look how little, $5. Look how pretty that is. You hear my cat? She's very mad at me right now. This is beautiful. That is the K2. And it combines the strength and grounding of granite with the heavenly qualities of azurite, making it the perfect stone to balance heaven and earth, soft and hard, physical and spiritual. The powerful earth connection of the granite combined with the energetic flow makes K2 good for channels and mediums, as well as anyone trying to get in touch with their more spiritual side. It will help them to more clearly interpret the messages and information they receive. It enhances spiritual journaling and helps to bring us back and process guidance from the higher sources. It is believed to help with the treatment of headaches and migraines. So that is very good about the channeling. Like most of you know, while we do our readings, I am channeling the other side. I am channeling your loved ones. I am channeling the people that have crossed over and have, made that transition to their heaven. And if you notice that a lot of my messages, even if I start out in one way, there's always something that sneaks in there from someone from the other side, because I heavily channel that on a regular basis, and it's hard for me to shut it off completely. I did go through a phase when I was in my early, I was channeling a lot when I was a kid, and then I learned how to shut it off, so I didn't start channeling again until my late teens, early 20s. All right, so now we have Aventurine. Hope I'm saying that right. And there's two different kinds, and they're completely different. Look at that. It is a stone of luck and chance, sometimes called the gambler's stone. It is said to increase perception and a high insight of creativity. It can be used with the heart chakra. It has stabilizing effect on the emotions and is excellent for teenagers. So this is good because, as teenagers, our emotions are all over the place, so it's important that we honor that with them, even if you just stick it in their backpack and you don't tell them what's going on. I've done that before. My kids know that now because they're adults, and I would heavily influence my children when they were little, that they, as adults, they saw me playing with stones, crystals, tarot cards. I didn't do it a lot in front of them, but I did a little bit, and the older they got, the more interested they were, and that's how I introduced it to them. But I always had candles and all kinds of weird stuff out, and as adults, both of them, I have I was going to say a boy and a girl, but you know what I mean, they're adults. They have their own sense of spirituality, and this still is part of their connection, which is really nice. And here we have the Calicite. I ended up with 3 of them, even though I didn't plan on it. I'll put that over there. We have blue, we have orange, and we have green. Sorry, make some room. Aren't those pretty? They're semi-polished. They still have a rough edge to them, which I like. Little pieces. The orange one in the middle is about confidence, energy, and motivation. It also shields positive energies are raised and steered to areas of the body that need it the most. The blue talks about stability and calm, and it stimulates trust in oneself, enhances memory, and effective against laziness. Oh, this is my stone all day long. It also stimulates your metabolism, strengthens the immune system, stabilizes the rhythm of the heart, lowers blood pressure, and dissolves pain. So if you have pain in a part of your body, get a nice big chunk of it while you're doing your meditation, if you can, or have someone help you. Put this on your knee, put this on your back, relax and let these stones do its work. We can get into further stones like that as to what helps. Let me know what helps you guys. We also have the green Calicite, and this is about protection, grounding, and centering. It helps reduce stress and fear. It's good with distance healing, and it increases prosperity. And this is great with my distance healing. I'm very excited to use this, and I think I'm going to get a larger piece because there's a lot of times that I'm trying to help someone that I'm doing a reading for that's not in my physical location. So this will help me during my meditation, because before we do cards, I do a lot of meditation. I try to connect with my higher self the best I can, tap into the energies that I'm supposed to tap into so that I can get the messages for each and every one of you. Now, when I do them by sign, they're more generic, but when I do a private reading, I really try to get with your spirit guides, get with your energy so that I'm able to help you in whatever healing that you need to know. And that's usually done by spirit. They bring it up to us so that they tell us what it is that we need to work on. Now, the last piece I wanted to show you was really unique to me. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of fool's gold, okay? But I was so drawn to this today. I was like, oh yeah, check this out. This is so super cool. So I had to have this. This is only like $4 or $5. It was not expensive at all. But look how that shimmers and shines. And I don't know, I was like, I don't know, a little kid today. It was shiny and I had to have it. This is iron pyrite, and it resembles the pyrite to gold. It is a traditional symbol for money and good luck. It makes a wonderful energy shield, blocking out negativity from various sources. Some of its properties include overcoming inertia and feelings of inadequacy. It energizes the area where you live, such as on a desk, where you work, in your car, in your office. It helps you see behind a facade, which is really good because we want to make sure that we do not fall for anything. So if you think that you're in a sticky situation, put a piece of this in your pocket. We can use it to overcome fatigue. It can increase oxygen to the blood and strengthen the circulatory system. It is beneficial for lungs, alleviating bronchitis and asthma. So if you guys didn't know already, a lot of these stones will help you with some of our physical ailments. This is not to replace a doctor's advice or medication, but this is to enhance it so that you can be on the right energy level to receiving that healing that your body is trying to do. And anything can help, so keep that in mind. This is not to replace anything that a doctor is telling you to do. This is just to help it along so that you heal faster. Now, I really appreciate you guys tuning in with me to see all my new toys. I am going to show you 2 of the 3 decks that I bought today. We have the Guardian Angel Oracle. Now, you guys know that I love to talk about my angels. Again, if you ever looked at my office, you would see all my statues of my angels. The Angel Oracle, I always really wanted to get deeper into the angels, so I hope you guys enjoy this with me as well. And then we have Talking to Heaven, and for those of you that have been following me for a minute or two, you realize that heaven always interrupts our regular readings because I'm always channeling spirit, talking to the people from the other side, just like James Van Praagh does, although he does it on such a magnificent level. I was introduced to him when I was a kid, and I saw a movie that he produced about his life and how he sees and talks to people that have crossed over. Most of the times the people he sees are in need of help, and he finds a way to help them. And I finally realized that there was somebody out there that does something similar than I do. And I was very, very intrigued. He also produced a TV show that you guys probably have heard of called Ghost Whisperers with Jennifer Love Hewitt. That is based on his experiences as he has gone up and gone a couple times around the sun. He's also on the YouTube and writes books, of course, and of course does tarot cards. I love him. I have so many of his decks. I also have a lot of decks from my favorite readers, and you can get this from your local store. You can get something like this from Amazon, or you can go to Hay House. They sell a lot of these things, and I will buy directly from Hay House as well. But I love to hold on to the tarot deck and see if it talks to me, see if I really resonate with it, because sometimes if I don't, I end up spending $20, $30, $40 on a deck of cards that I can only use once in a while. So I'm going to go ahead and do a few readings in regards to people talking to us from heaven. I hope you enjoy those readings. I would also like, if you want to go ahead and email me, or you can mention it and comment on this video if you want me to focus on a particular relationship or a situation. I'll be happy to pull some cards for you. If you want to do it privately, I'm very open to that. So send me an email. I will need to know what your first name is. I also need to know what your sign is and your approximate age. You don't have to give me your birthday. I just need your approximate age so that I can kind of guide and tap in. The way I like to work is that I want you to invite me in, just like I tell you to invite the angels in. So if you would like me to pull some cards for you on a particular subject, it does not have to be speaking to the other side. It can be anything. Just go ahead and shoot me an email at mysticalsoulstarot@gmail.com. And like I said, I will need to know at least your first name, your sign, and your approximate age, and of course what you want me to kind of look into for you, and pull some cards and see what kind of energies we come up, and we can go from there. All I ask is for some feedback on your reading so that I know that I was connecting to you, and if you had any questions, we can always pull a few more cards and get a little bit more clear. But guys, I really appreciate you playing with me this afternoon and going through my crystals and seeing my new decks, because I'm really super excited to do some readings for you guys later on today. If you have any questions, please send me an email or go ahead and put a comment in there, and I'll answer them best way as I know how. I really appreciate you. Take care.